Go.
Hey, you. No, he didn't leave me a note. He actually texted me. Yeah, this is the text. Hey, you, just letting you know, I won't be making it in for the show. Shocking. I didn't have time to break into your house. Thank you. I did manage to get your phone number clearly. Oh, good. I'm stuffing my disappointment and sadness down with Brown. That's not surprising. When in doubt, down it with Brown. Just kidding, I'm in a K-hole. Down this episode with Brown. Oh, we're filming. Shit. Hey, everyone. Welcome to D.H. Williams, Mixology Moments. D.H. is being an a-hole again, so we're going to move without him. He really likes brown liquors, apparently. He likes stuffing it down, so we are going to stuff this episode full of brown. First off, we need a vessel. Nice old mixing glass. Nextly, we did a custom syrup. If you go to D.H. Williams' Instagram account, you actually see it's a cucumber, pineapple, white sage syrup. A lot of intricate parts to it. Please message me if you have any questions. You can make this at home, no problem. Very nice syrup. Got some sweetness and some earthiness. We're incorporating this today. But we're going to start off with something like you should use like a neutral grain spirit, like a gin, vodka, even a black tequila. So what do we go with? Stuffing it down brown. Rye Whiskey. Woodford Reserve. Rye Whiskey. If you're introducing somebody to rye, it might be a little too spicy and bold. This is a spicy and bold, but it's got a lot of sweet notes to it. The mash bill's got just enough rye, but it's got a lot of corn, so it will give that nice sweetness note to it. So it's subtle. It's not too... So we're doing 1 ounce of our Woodford Reserve Rye Whiskey. Dump that all in. Nextly, in honor of Dave Henry, or probably his mom, we're doing Hooker's House Bourbon. Very interesting bourbon. General Joseph Hooker is the inspiration for this bourbon. Not the greatest field general from the Civil War, but was the best guy to have a party with afterwards. We're not going to get too far in that. If you want to look into it, it's a great story. Really cool guy to like actually read up about. Was he a cool guy? If you lived through the war, yeah. But you had to live through the day. He made the party amazing at night, but the fact is you had to live through the next day. So we're doing 1 ounce of this. It's a great bourbon. It is a little bit sweeter because it is finished in a Pinot Noir cask. But you can read all about that. Zero sponsorship. 1 full ounce of our Hooker's House Bourbon. Next thing, we're gonna want to give this some depth, some richness to it. So we're doing an Amaro, an Italian Amaro. Cynar, it's through 13 herbs, one of them being an artichoke heart. As you can see, there's an actual artichoke heart on the bottle. It's got some nice bitterness to it, got some sweetness to it. It's a great Amaro, gives a really great depth. It really plays well with rye and a sweeter bourbon, so we're incorporating it. Enough said, moving on. 1/2 of an ounce. It's also going to have a great deep coloring to it too. You like that amber color. Just, ooh. Yum. Next thing, we got to spice this thing up. Celery bitters. You might see celery in roasts. You might see them in things like soups. Celery bitters the same way. It really helps kind of like add and abstract flavoring to an actual item, such as a cocktail. So celery bitters, very unutilized in my opinion. We're incorporating it in my drink today. Just a couple drops. Trust me, it's gonna go a long way. Oops, look at that, knock something over. Last thing, Peychaud bitters. This is gonna kind of brighten it up a little bit, round the drink off a little bit, and add some nice color. So it's a New Orleans specialty. It's got some Creole flavoring to it and a great red coloring to it. So we're going to do 2 dashes. Now lastly, we have our syrup. We're doing a 1/2 ounce of our pineapple cucumber white sage syrup. Sweeten the pot, baby. Alright, this is going to be a stir drink, so get a beautiful, nice cocktail glass chill. And as always, we're going to do what? Add the ice to the glass last. So let's add that. Stir this guy 20-30 seconds for nice chilling and dilution. We have a lot of spirits here, so spirit forward drink. Definitely want a nice dilution. You also want that chilling. You want this thing to be smooth, not harsh. We're almost there. We're almost at the hooker's house. Does anybody have change for 20? Preferably ones. Yeah, we're almost there. Nicely done. Should be quite nice. All right. Strain this guy. Last thing, we got to garnish this guy. We want to add a little accentuating oils to it, so we're going to use a grapefruit today. Always do fresh. You want those oils as fresh as possible, so we're going to go for that effect. Little no piff. Just want that skin, you want that oil. We're going to clean this thing up, though, because might be taking this thing home to mom. We don't make it look like a, you know. Accentuate over the glass. This oil's all expressed. Rim job it, because General Joseph Hooker would appreciate that. Twist that in. Alright. Here we have our General Woody. That's what we're calling this. Cheers. Ooh, grapefruit's a really great expression on that. Cynar is really standing out with the sweetness and the bitterness, so let's imbibe. That is a really sweet, bitter drink. You really got the rye coming out front forward. The bourbon's kind of like really in the middle of it, kind of keeping it sweet, balancing it out. Peychauds and celery bitters doing their thing, really pulling on flavors. You get that Cynar, the sweetness, the bitterness, the aromatics really on the back end. That is a great cocktail, very well balanced. Yeah, that is, if you're looking for a great bourbon whiskey rye combination, this is something you'd really want to check out. It's got almost a honey note to it with a bitterness on the back end. Not really well balanced like General Joseph Hooker's plans, but, you know, it was all great at front, but you end up dying. But if you lived, hey, you partied. This drink, you party all the time. Party all the time. Wow, Larry, way to invent this. I know you got me to beat me to the punch. Or, you know, took me to the house. Either way, this is a great bourbon, rye, whiskey, Morrow drink. The bitters play through. The syrup, like I said, D.H. Williams Instagram account. Find out about this. It's got some great, sweet, earthy notes to it, some vegetable notes to it. Really plays well in cocktails. So, here's to you for watching. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy this drink. If you have any comments, questions, just subscribe. Dave Henry might be back next week, or you might see me. Either way, guess what? We're going to make an amazing cocktail. And we ain't stuffing it down with brown. We are lightening it up brown-wise. Anyway, cheers.